Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Usembut Menteri Rang ba kejelau ba Prestone tinsong ulapan pau ke smusi ba yoi ba kinong yalam jong kin hon ki pakhang lenti ye kinong wan Jngohkai perthai mentakasngi ulapan rabru de kabaong manakali yang ketanat pulit marmar kila shim ki senjam ban pelat ye kini kali ki bala syaban ulapan tibru bagi Dkhot jong ke Hnyf kila pakhang lenti ye ki kali ke bawan yalam ye kinong Jngohkai perthai ki bawan nabar ke jelami halia ha kabala pensenge yaki hajan ke jingking tengar East Khasi Hills kabalong kalenti ban lech dauki bat sora ula pentip bakatanat pulit kala yo ban kem hadu shipongut ki Dkhot jong ka seng Hnyf hadin bakila pakhang lenti ki kali asam ki bawan yalam yaki nong Jngohkai perthai ki batmu ban lech sha sora bat dauki habaya keren bat kinong thok khubor mentakasngi nakalyang ba Prestone laong bakani gamdai ke Rukom ban Khang di kinong Jngohkai perthai bat ban lech sora lani pen orsla namar kidai tang kinong wan Jngohkai bakwa ban yui ya ke jing itenat ke jela uba Prestone lapen paru ke jing lingo bat ong bakum ke sorkar kampai perkhat baki kaptu kat ningut ki brekin le ya kene ke kam badakal yang kaan kala shim mila ka jong ke benta ban pendep bat ke sorkar kan penti kenaru bagi bakum gini ki jing jia kidam jia shu nang ni syakman hakabi dei bat ke MSSA nakal yang ba Prestone la pentem baya kene ka an ru la pentrai kam henry ka basa apat kalong satang ka jing terwa pentrai kam ye ka bala menjur de yeng dor bar thauan bat la pentip ru ba ka sarkar jella kadang ya ibu din bin pa bin bat ka sarkar India halor ka jing pentrai kam ye ka ILP wat la ki bon ki jing ki be dei bat ka jing yo jing mentoy ka jella ru.
It's very unfortunate that incident happened today. We were not aware even, and we never expected that few group of people will just do like that. And let me just tell you very, very bluntly that the law has taken its own course. We will not allow such things to happen again. Let me be very, very clear about it. Any issues you have, we are there to discuss. The door is open. Sit down, discuss, and then come to a solution. I think that is very important. Be it anybody in the government. I think that is the principle of democracy, where we need to discuss, sit down across the table, and thereafter resolve the issues. But not not the behavior done by few young boys like they did today at Tengar. I think that is totally wrong. So let the law take its own course, and the police has done their duty. And my only request once again is to anybody, to anyone, to any stakeholders. Any issue you have, let us sit down across the table and we discuss, and we'll come out to a solution.
So, but NGOs have all made very clear that they will not back down. They will continue with their self-checks and till the pressure is made to the state government and central government to implement ILP, because they feel that this state government has not led anywhere with so many discussions, negotiations and committees forms. They felt it has not led, it's not been fruitful.
Well, see, if you talk about ILP, it's not only ILP alone. Resolution was passed, and we have been following up, and we are following up, and we are going to follow it up till the end. Be it ILP implementation, be it the languages we demanded, we would like to see that it happen in our state. And this one, we are unison. It's not only government alone who wanted implementation of ILP or who wanted languages be considered in Meghalaya, but this aspiration happens to each and every citizen of the state of Meghalaya. So therefore, since the issue is not within our authority, we need central government We have met the leadership of the central government time and again we are going to meet the government of India. We will again impress upon, and recently CM he has already met the Prime Minister. He has already discussed again about these issues, but we will not end on that. We will again go and meet and knock the door of the central government and keep pressurizing central government to consider the resolution passed by the assembly.
Matra, is the government inviting especially these groups who had gathered just a few days back that they want to implement MRSSA on their own by alleging that the government is not doing it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Talking about what? About the MRSSA not implementing it in totality for what? Or is it you talking about the labor license? Or is it we talking about the tenants, people who stays in Shillong? So I get confused a bit. But whatever existing act that we have in the state, let me just tell you one thing. Yes, maybe lapses are there. We were not able maybe to implement it to implement it in totality, progressively or aggressively. So instruction has been given to all the concerned department, be it labor license or be it MRSA, the concerned district administration and the concerned department need to pull up their socks. Because see, as far as labor license is concerned, we have already created a post of inspector in each and every Sinadi block. All inspector was already posted in each and every Sinadi block. Number one, for issuing the labor license, and number two, to check those people whom we used to call immigrant laborers from outside the state who does not apply or who does not avail the required documents as per the law within the state of Meghalaya. So now we have instructed, we pull up the socks that they have to go aggressively. Any construction work happen within their jurisdiction, they should go and inspect, and then they should also ask about the papers, whether they have or not. And my only request to all the concerned, especially contractors, private firms, or whoever dealing with bringing in the laborers from outside the state, we are not against it. I'm not against it. Government is not against it. But please make sure that you possess the required documents. If you don't, come back or come unless you get all those required documents. If you don't get that, please better not to come, because as I said to you, your failure, not our failure at all. So I would request all the business houses, private, individual or contractors, they need to take this seriously. And I think it's high time that if detected, any contractors has to be also punished and has to also be blacklisted if they fail to comply to this existing act that we have. I don't understand. MSSA, we are implementing it, yes. CM is right.
But they are not happy with the way it is implemented. They want
So I really don't know, because I was not there in the meeting. But my understanding is, yes, MRSSA is being implemented, except that proposed amendment passed by the House. When we sent it for the assent of the governor, he referred it back to the Ministry of Home Affairs. And then ultimately, Home Affairs referred it back to the state government with observation, where ultimately this particular amendment passed by the House is ended and now it is up to the state government. In fact, we are in the process of again consulting, meeting all the stakeholders to discuss about this particular amendment. If you talk about amendment, but as far as implementation of the MSSA, it is there. As I said to you, district task force is there, and then we do have even the different committees in the district level, where ultimately I think those people who comes from outside for different profession, for different businesses, when they enter Meghalaya, what they do is, number one, they wanted to rent a house, be it in any locality within Shillong or outside Shillong. So MSSA is in place. What are the documents they need to bring also, it's already indicated over there. And ultimately their Dorbar Shnong, their Rangba Shnong will submit all the details to the nearest police station. That is also being implemented. It is there. It's something like, tenants cannot just go and stay in any particular house without submitting all the information. Landlord cannot just keep quiet. They are bound and they are mandated to submit this to the Dorbar Shnong.
So with regard to this incident, how many NGO members was arrested?
Quite a number of them, maybe about 10 of them. Hopefully, let's see him comes back because he's attending the Niti Aayog meeting in Delhi. And then once he comes back, we are ready, as I said, to how many times we can always sit down. We'll discuss and then we'll work out all the issues. And then we will, we'll make sure that government and the stakeholders, we are together hand in hand, and to make sure that Meghalaya is free from anything. We are safe and we are secure. The board department has been authorized to do all the detailed documentation. Not only Labour Commissioner alone, we created up to the district level, the Deputy Commissioner or the Assistant Commissioner Labour has been authorized, and not only up to the district level, even up to the block level, the inspector of labor are also authorized to make sure that those documentation is in order, and then only they will issue the labor license.
Sir, during checking, sir, these NGOs are asking for work permits issued by the district council. So just want to know if the work permit issued by KHADC is compulsory?
No, let me just tell you one thing. 2020, when we came in and brought this bill and it became an act, any act passed by the district council, we need to understand one thing, became invalid, and the act of the Legislative Assembly is in place. So therefore, no NGOs, no group of person can ask work permit or any labor license from the district council again. Labor license will be issued only once, and that is from the state government, and the department concerned who has to implement, look after all this is the labor department.
Law of the land is not prevailing and NGOs are being given a free hand. What do you have to say?
No, my point here is I've already told very, very clearly to anybody, now the law will take its own course and the law has to prevail. So my request to any concern to anybody is, any misunderstanding or any issues, grievances that you have, Secretariat is always open. Let us sit down across the table, discuss and resolve the issues. If you cannot resolve 100%, at least 10%, 15%, it can be done now. So therefore, I would request anybody anyone, let us sit down across the table and discuss about these issues. Like, today what happened? They checked. They said the tourists, no, don't go to Sora or don't go to Punusla. Huh? I mean, that is not fair. It is not fair at all. So I don't want to talk deeper, but what I'm saying is that is not fair. Suppose now our people, innocent people, they wanted to go and see the Brahmaputra bridge in Guwahati and suddenly stop somewhere, go back. We don't want to see your face, or we don't want you to go there. What will you feel? I mean, therefore it is not good. And especially these people, they are tourists. They came here for what? To see, to enjoy the beauty of nature that God has specially blessed us, and thereafter they will go back. So I really don't understand why this such behavior should happen like this. When I'm saying that, see, we did not know means we never expected those kind of unpleasant checking done by a group of people in the name that you are the tourist and then you don't have to come this side and better you go back. So this is what I mean. Therefore, my point is very clear, as I said to you. Nobody can cross the limit. Let the law take its own course of action. And let me tell you, and repeatedly I would like to again say here, please, anybody, don't take the law in your own hands. The law is the law, be it for me or be it for anybody, but please don't do like this. If you have issues, Secretariat is open. We can sit down across the table, discuss, talk, and with discussion, with across the table, then we will come out with a positive note. About the resumption of the talk in the border issue. That in fact recently CM and CM of Assam and CM of Meghalaya, they have decided to sit down again before we resume the talk, before we resume again for the survey. So very soon they are going to sit down, and thereafter the committee will restart.
But sir, all the preparatory works have been completed by the regional council?
Not yet. All of them are yet to complete the detailed inspection even. Yes, few places they visited, but still they need more time to do so. And once the meeting of both the CM takes place very soon, I think I'm supposed to take place. Once that is done, then we will see what direction we given by.
Sir, two laws in fact. One is the Interstate Workmen Act, and the other one is the Meghalaya Identification, Safety and Security of Labourers, 2020.
Yes.
So in which law that these construction workers have to register with?
In the labor law. In the labor.
No, I mean which law?
In the one we passed recently.
2020.
Meghalaya
Identification.
Identification, safety, security because as you said that they included Meghalaya as one no-fly list. So that I can't say right now, but I'm very sure the technology nowadays will be always able to improve it and to make sure that we are free from anything.
No. The thing is that, sir, continuing with the same thing.
What?
Continuing with this
the
question, the thing is that they have issued travel advisory. They are keeping Meghalaya in level 3 as a place not to visit, to avoid, because they say there's a threat of law and order and even militancy. So this gives a very negative impact of the state.
See, what I'm saying is this: you cannot just treat it that way just because of 2-3 incidents happen. Let us go for the history of 1 year. Let us see 1 year, 2 years, what's happening. Because this train incident that happened, it keep happening every day. Not only in Meghalaya, everywhere it happened. So do you think that just because of that incident, then you will issue advisory to everywhere that no, like that? I think that does not happen. But let me tell you one thing, but people in India, they know well about Meghalaya, and not only in India, outside India, they know well about Meghalaya. They keep coming. Though advisory is issued by who, I don't care, but they keep coming. They keep coming, believe me. But my point here is very clear. What I wanted is, we are the person to welcome these people. So I would request our stakeholders, let us take the responsibility, not only the government alone. We welcoming them, but of course, please respect the law of the state government. Please respect the law of the district council, and please respect the law that prevails in the state of Meghalaya. I think that is very important.